all our emotions are trying to help us. It's how this film has made me feel.
Working on this movie is like therapy. There's no guarantee that we were going to make this movie because we wouldn't tell another story unless we knew there was a story worth telling. Inside Out was not just my favorite anime, it was like one of my favorite films because the emotional life is so complex and how they made it accessible, funny, brilliant. I just think it's a masterpiece.
So the first one was so groundbreaking, right? Because it gave us names for our emotions. So this film takes that a step further, and it's influenced me in that I identify my emotions more, and I also welcome them to the table and ask, how are they protecting me?
I feel like weirdly proud and nostalgic. Like I was in the first one, I feel the weight of it. I'm like, I'm super lucky to get to work with these guys and be a part of these movies, and I get to bring my family, and it's really wonderful. I feel very grateful and full of joy.
The first Inside Out is one of those movies that I would just like buy on Blu-ray and give to people. Just watch this movie because it helps you externalize all this stuff. This movie adds in some of those more complex emotions.
I think one of the joys of working on the first film and this one as well is just that it does speak so truthfully about stuff that we all experience.
Especially with younger people and teens and so forth, just the idea of having some sort of self-acceptance and understanding the things inside you, then trying to come to grips with that in a sort of a healthy way. That'd be a takeaway I think is important to us.
Watching the music for this film was incredibly cathartic. It was important for me personally. I was really feeling like I related to Riley very authentically. I didn't know how much 13-year-old me would benefit from going back and exploring that with the new language that we have to think about anxiety and fear and sadness.
I thought, anxiety was something I should be ashamed of. I thought I was the only one. I thought there was something wrong with me. But as I played Riley and as I watched her, I realized that I wasn't alone and that it's okay to not always be okay sometimes. It's okay to let our feelings be and feel all those feels.
I've been in therapy for like 30 years, and so I've dealt with my emotions for a long time, and I'm just so pleased that they actually talk about emotions and saying, hey, it's okay to have any emotion. It's okay.
It was a nice little reminder that your emotions are always there. And I think the most lovely thing is even with the negative emotions, to learn to embrace them, to get to know them, and just be like, you know what? They're there. I'm not afraid to feel it through, and then come out the other side.
They all want the best for us. And some of them feel good, like joy, and some of them don't feel as good. But that doesn't mean they're not trying to help you. And so now what I think, even when I'm feeling an emotion that feels bad, I try to ask my emotion and say, wait, what do you want? How are you trying to help me? And then maybe I can use other emotions to help the emotion help me in a way that's more comfortable for me.